All right, so let's chat. Let's talk.
Let's talk off the show.
Off the show, after the show, right?
Ah,
So I have so many sugar people now coming to me, which is so odd because they are loving the way that the cool sugar wax is looking. So
does it confuse them? Is that why
I
they're
think
calling?
I think it's the confusion about how I'm using it and why it's getting the results that it's getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep saying that it's not a wax, and I think there's confusion on both ends. There's confusion with my waxers,
Mm-hmm.
there's confusion with the sugar pros, and I think we need to definitely, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And I like your hybrid story.
Yeah, you stuck the two things together. It's a sugar product. The
Right.
ingredients are sugar, not resin.
Absolutely.
And it's a wax technique. It's a stick and a strip.
Right.
So that's why I had a few people say to me, "Do you use that? It's wax. I don't understand." Which is why I think it's good that we're talking today.
Yeah.
We can kind of clear up some misconceptions and kind of talk about the social media thing too, and how we hear questions coming up.
Well, the social media thing is funny because, I put it on my YouTube channel, I put it on my fan
Mm-hmm.
page, which, is like 5,000 or more estheticians, and they're all talking, and all of them saying the same thing. No heat.
Waxers like heat.
They love heat.
Not too much though.
Yeah, but they love heat.
Yeah.
Or the other thing is that how are you getting those results with it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you have to do 3 passes? Like, do you have to do that? And the reason I'm showing 3 passes is because I want to overemphasize you have to push it into the skin.
Yeah.
So, and I think today, while we were filming, I got another question. Can I use it like a paste? It's not a paste. It can't go in your hand at all.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is, in some of them who either come to you or come to me, there's just confusion. It's almost like it's just an enigma. Like, they don't really know what to do with it. They see it, they watch it, and then they're still like, well, should I try it or should I not try it?
You know what I found with your waxers is y'all like to go fast.
Oh, God, yes.
You like to go really fast. 7-minute Brazilian,
Right.
You like to go fast. And so they're impatient with the fact that they have to let it seep and wrap down around those follicles and give it a second.
Absolutely.
And be patient and let the sugar do the work. That's what I say in my trainings. Let the sugar do the work. Let the sugar do the work. And they're like, but I want to rip it off.
Absolutely.
Let the sugar do the work, and then you get that
Well,
clean line
your
result.
first time that you did it, you were just like, no, this ain't gonna work.
That's because I thought it was too goopy, and it was because I didn't bother to slow down and watch your video and do it right. I wanted to just do it the way I was used to. And plus, trying to do it in a wax technique was a little bit different for me because I sugar with sugar paste and a sugar ball in my hand. So now I'm able to, slow down, and girl, I gotta tell you, the legs, even with sugar paste, I'll get, a little red irritation. With your sugar wax, I get no irritation. There is no redness. Where those redhead, fair-skinned clients
Absolutely.
get red no matter what we do with them, not with the sugar wax. It's great.
And
I
it's
really
funny
liked
because
it.
I sugared you. I
Mhm.
said, you know what? Get your butt in here. Let's get on the bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to do your technique on one. I'm going to do
Yeah.
the waxing on the
Yeah.
other so that you could experience it, which
Yeah.
is different,
Mhm.
right?
Everyone should go and get sugared or get waxed and
Absolutely.
get both.
Absolutely.
Everyone should. I have clients that come in and they've never ever had a Brazilian, and they're in my Brazilian class. They want to do the perfectly sugared Brazilian,
But never got it done.
but they never got it done. How do you know if it hurts?
I say it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How do
can
you know
compare?
what your client is feeling like? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's funny because Shannon sugars me, so I'm always fussing at her because I'm like, I don't want you to wipe me down. I tell everybody, don't wipe your client. Shannon, you're just like, I'm doing my thing.
I know.
Okay.
You know what else you don't do? You don't hold. Where when you pull that strip,
No.
you don't hold the skin.
I'm getting better though, because a lot of them have been saying you're not holding, so now I'm holding.
I know. I hold every time. And
You
my
do
clients-
hold.
My clients love me. Don't you love me
I
for it?
do. I do.
I
So
know.
now I'm starting to get into where I'm holding now.
I just love that you are my wax diva, baby, mama, little sugar loving girl,
Absolutely.
and you sugar.
I do. And it's funny because when I first started talking to you about this cold sugar thing, remember when we first very started, I said I'm gonna bring it because I think it needs to happen. I think it would be a great way for estheticians to really broaden their mind and understand, because truly there are some people who just cannot wax for whatever reason. They just can't, and it's hard to explain to someone or even an esthetician when I'm training them.
Yeah.
you can't wax. Either they've lifted, their skin is bruising. There's so many different things that fall in that a client cannot wax situation. Versus sugaring kind of gives you that flexibility that you don't have with wax.
And there's plenty of people that can't sugar.
Absolutely.
They get certified.
Absolutely.
They practice, and they still, for some reason, cannot get it. And they have tried, and they have come to one-on-one training with whatever trainer they've gone to, and they just can't get it.
Absolutely.
And so this is a nice way, if they like the concept of the sugar as the ingredient, that they can kind of go back to their wax technique, but use a product that's going to seep down into the follicles.
And then a lot of questions I get too is, can we use Cool on the Brazilian? And I've been saying no, because I feel that you need time with it. You need some time to master it. It's such a hybrid, and it's in between that you can't just really slap it on. The other thing is that we did your client today. We did her underarm. She is, what do we call it? She's very touchy, so her underarms are usually sore for a little bit after sugaring. I said, let me do it.
Yeah, well, it usually takes me a while to do them because that hair is real stubborn on her.
Yes.
And with your sugar wax came out.
We did it perfectly. I mean, it was beautiful the way. Now, I will say I did it in the direction of sugaring. I didn't do it in the direction of waxing. And I think that was the key. Yeah. There's a lot of flexibility with it. And I love it because you can be flexible with it. It's not just A, B, C. There's some flexibility with it. Yeah. As far as Brazilians, I'm still saying no. Bikinis are fine to an extent. If you have a really, really, really tight curl pattern, real tight curl pattern, it's not going to work because you're going to have to really push it in multiple times. That's going to hurt. It's going to really drag.
You have to get it so thin.
Yes.
That I just don't think that it's good. You have so many other waxes that are great. And honestly, sugaring with the hand method, takes me under 15 minutes to do.
Right.
You really either need to master the sugar ball in your hand and do Brazilians, or get an amazing wax like the products that you have for Brazilians.
Absolutely.
Not every wax works on, every area. That's why you have the multiple products.
Most definitely. And I think that's where I liked talking with you, because you are on that other side. All you do is sugar.
All I do is sugar.
And now you brought this in and you're able to do legs way faster than, your ball technique and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
and I'm fast with the sugar ball.
Absolutely.
I'm fast. And I'm faster with the sugar wax.
Right.
So
because most of us cut legs off, don't we? We're like, oh, there's leg wax.
So at the end of the day, it's all about getting your clients in and out.
Oh, yeah.
So if I can use the stick method with the sugar wax, why not do that?
And so for your sugar pros, we're going to start encouraging them to go back and start offering that on their menu. Because I know a lot of them have emailed me and said, I've taken sugaring legs off my menu because
you just can't be faster.
An hour and a half.
I'm seeing on social media, they're telling me, it takes 2 hours. It takes an hour and a half. You cannot take an hour and a half to do anything with hair removal.
Absolutely not.
You won't make enough money.
No, you won't.
What do you charge for a full leg?
Oh, gosh. What is that, 80?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll charge, it depends on the leg, but I'll usually charge $100 for a leg. Why would you give up $100?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Well, and then there's the and up on there, because if you get, a girl who's 5'5" versus a guy who's 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah. And that goes to, we were talking about the social media questions too. When people ask us what we charge. Oh, charge what you're worth. Don't lower your prices. Don't do discounts. I like doing a maintenance price.
Absolutely.
Because I like to reward people for coming back.
Sure.
But I love, keep your prices right up there with everyone else, if not a little higher, especially when you offer them an amazing technique.
But I think we get so much into, I got to compare. I live, here. You live in California. We both live in California. You can charge $95. No. Yeah. If I was with you, I'd still charge $95.
Oh, yeah.
It really, I think, especially when it comes to charging, the relationship you have with your customers, the service, the level of service that you're giving them, the quality of products that you're giving them, the amount of training that you have, all has to be reflected in cost. I think people are so desperate, and we're in such a fear mode, like, if we don't charge $40, they're not going to come back. No, not necessarily. If you're providing those things, and I'm always saying this in every training that I do, you have to set yourself apart. Money is not part of it. There's so many different players in the service.
Oh, yeah.
Communication. How can I get a hold of you? The service that you're actually offering.
Yeah.
Or is it a chop shop, or do you give them a great experience where they know that they can come back and there is a connection?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the thing that we ignore when we're starting to do pricing. We say, okay, $40, but $40, I've been into a $40 chop shop. You've been into a chop shop.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think for me, when it comes to charging, and I put it on Facebook, I think it was last year, and somebody came back, oh honey, they were upset. I would never pay $95 to come for you to do a service, and I can't believe you charge $125 for men. I would never come to you. And it's like, okay, that's great. However,
well, in your area you can do that. I charge $75 for a Brazilian. And
I bet you could get $95.
I probably could.
Yes.
But I charge $75, and right. I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. And then it's
okay.
And I'm all right with that. I'm on namaste with myself.
Right. But at the same time, did you come out the gate? I did not come out the gate charging $95.
No.
I started off with, what was it, $45 when I first started. Way back.
Yes, but it also took 45 minutes plus. Well, didn't you take an hour and a half?
90-minute Brazilian.
I was never that bad.
Yes, I was horrible.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is, and especially with social media, we have so many different conversations that are going on. I'm tagged on Facebook probably 20 times a day where someone's tagging me, asking a question, and I have no idea where it's coming from. I'm always looking at my phone like, who's tagging me? What's the question? What?
It's tough to be you.
It's
so
tough
popular.
to be me, right? It's so hilarious. But no, I'm glad that we were able to actually have conversations, because we don't see these kind of conversations on YouTube. It's never professionals talking. It's never two estheticians sitting down and having a conversation, especially not about hair removal.
Oh, and isn't it amazing how we can all get along and we can all educate each other?
And it's
there's a novel concept. I want to address the social media and the YouTube thing real quick.
Yes, please do.
Because there was some stuff going around about, oh, I watched this free video. Oh, I watched that free video. So I got online. I want to see what other people are learning about.
Scary.
Scared. Speechless. One girl sugared her own bits. She took her iPhone like this. Please don't watch training that is your iPhone like this. Please don't do that. And she set down the camera, the iPhone camera, in front of her stuff and started sugaring her own Brazilian because she was going to train everybody how to do it. Almost fell out of my chair.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that is what I will say. Yes. Do I think that you can train with us, online?
Absolutely.
I think it's a valid, awesome way for someone to actually train you, not just show you quick how to do it. And you got to really make sure that you watch their credentials. You and I have been training for a long time. We are professionals. We are insured. We are not making sugar or wax out of our kitchen.
Absolutely.
We are not providing freebie training or, $17.95 training so that we can make money off people. We're providing really quality training that you would get in our room.
Absolutely.
And with years of experience. So there is a difference.
There is a difference.
And you do know that with sugaring, you need to be certified.
Yes.
There are some companies that don't require it. But I really honestly think that, it's different. I mean, if I learn how to thread, I hope that I'm certified how to thread and I'm not just picking up some thread and I don't even know how they do that. But
I think that's the thing. I think that people forget. Aesthetics, we have waxing that we learn from school. And we wax. We do what? 100 in each area typically?
Yeah.
100 brows, 100. I mean, we get that training.
Yeah.
It should be done in anything else that we offer in our treatment room. That same methodical method of understanding and learning should be to sugaring as well. Yeah. So I agree. Definitely certification.
Yeah.
Training.
Yeah.
You can never train too much.
No.
Ever. I mean, I looked at doing it. I put it in the ball in my hand and I swung it all over the client, but I tried it. You know what I'm saying? So it worked, but it's great to have conversations like this. I think it's needed.
Yeah.
I think that we'll definitely have more.
I would love to do this with you again. And I think anyone that's out there listening, if you can ask us some questions.
Absolutely.
We can get together and do this more often, because I think that if we can answer your questions and provide you with the best experience in this industry, then that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely. I always get questions, so you guys keep sending the questions.
Good. Send them to her, and I'll just help her answer them.
Right? I'll send them to you. We're like,
Yeah, you want to get sugar trained, come see me at the university, but if you want to ask questions, ask Stephanie.
Oh, gosh. All right, guys. We'll see you on YouTube, or love to see you at the show. Please send us emails. Shannon and I are always available. We are definitely on Facebook, so, everyone has mine, Stephanie Laynes. I get those
Instagram
tags.
And Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest.
Stop by the shop.
Stop by the shop.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's wax and
sugar. Enjoy.